Content in Regnum? What? As promised, I'm gonna make you the content video. I'll try to make it as short as I can, but there are a few things to talk about. The content of this game, in my opinion, it's divided in three parts. Those parts being bosses, PvP, and RVR. Bosses, it's easy to understand. You just kill a boss, get a drop, you know, basic stuff. PvP, there's a lot of PvP in this game, mainly because there's a whole huge war zone in the center of the map for people to run around and kill each other. So lots of people like to 1v1 or hunt other realms in small groups. And then you have the RVR, the realm versus realm, which is what the game is mostly about. I'm gonna try and explain as best as I can in a short amount of time as I can, so you new players can understand the game more. So for the bosses, they have a few different spawns. So there are three main bosses in the war zone, and then there's one in the center, and then you have the raid bosses, but I'll cover those last of all. First, the war zone bosses. I'll show some clips on screen. I had just recorded some clips from the bosses earlier, so I can show you those. You have one that spawns here in the volcano. You have one that spawns here in the ruins in the desert. And then you have one that spawns in the Stonehenge here. All three of these bosses, they have like a set timer for them to respawn, and they also respawn on the server restart. So in a week they spawn, let's say, 2 times, one time normally and one time with the server restart. Those guys, they just give you valuable drops like weapons or jewelry or a crafting item, so you can make dragon weaponry. But all the drops are RNG in this game, so not everybody gets a drop. Most of the time you're just gonna get some random loot to sell off to a merchant or some gold. The boss in the middle, he spawns on a timer. I think he spawns 2 times a day. When he spawns, the whole map starts shaking, and then you know, yeah, he's gonna spawn. To access him, you go from here, or from here, brings you to this little island. And then on this island you go to the tippy top, and you can enter the instance, which is right here on the map. But now it's water, but when the boss spawns, there's an island with the boss on top of it. This boss is made way better because it drops a chest and a key, and everybody has a chance to get a drop as equally as possible here. So the rewards from this is like a platinum box to get some random gear, or you can get some crafting items from this. And then lastly you have the dragon raids. The dragon raids, they are instant raids with 15-man teams. So it's the only boss you need a party for to join. You cannot really kill the dragon raids with less than 15 people, and you have to make teams that are like worded. You can just not just get 15 people and just join it and kill it. It's kind of hard to do when you don't have an organized team. So this is the only boss in the game that requires you to make a party and think about it, because the other bosses, they are just like, you gather up your army and you start killing them. And this boss is extremely easy. You just kill a bunch of zombies and shoot a fireball at him, and eventually he'll die. So there's 3 raid bosses. They are all 3 dragons. So one's located here, the other one is located right over here. So yeah, right over here. And the third one should be located right over here somewhere. Now, as you can see, the other dragon bosses, they are inside of the enemy realms. But of course there's a way to get them, which is a reward from realm versus realm, so I'll come back to that later. But that's it for the bosses. Then PvP, it's very basic, of course. So this is the war zone. I'll show you the outlines. The great walls of each realm, they separate the inner realm zones from the war zones. The war zones, they have 3 forts in them each. Well, 2 forts and 1 castle actually. And every realm is able to capture those forts. Now, the point of the war zones are to start an invasion on an enemy realm. So for example, I'm in this realm and we want to invade this realm. So what we have to do is we have to capture 2 of their forts, and then eventually a timer will start ticking down, and when the timer is down, the Great Wall will become vulnerable and we are able to attack it. If we cap 2 forts, I think we get like 20 minutes invasion time to capture this point, and if we cap all 3 of them, we can get 30 minutes time to capture this wall. Once it's captured, the objective of the game becomes to steal the gems. So as you can see right now, we have 1 gem stolen from another realm, and the main goal is to steal all gems from every realm. So the gems, they are located on the portals. They used to be scattered across like the whole realm, but they changed that. So now they are just sitting next to the portals. I think you even have to kill a boss, a mini boss, to open up the gem force field to get them. Once you steal those, you have to run them all the way back through the enemy inner zone, through the war zone, and bring them back to safety in your own realm. So you have to run to your own portal. Ours should be somewhere right here. No idea where it is on the map. I'm not seeing it, but it's like somewhere. Oh, there it is, right here. And you just put them in. Once you've gathered all 6 of these gems, so you have to collect 4 more. Each realm is 2, unless somebody stole your gems, and you have to steal them back, of course. Once you put all of the gems in the portal, this portal will open and it will teleport you to like an instance zone way outside of the map, and you can make a realm wish there, and you have a bunch of different wishes, one of them being the enemy raid bosses. So if we, let's say we wish for the dragon boss from this realm, the icon will appear on our map as well, and we will be able to make a party to kill that boss. Another reward would be like War Master coins, which is an endgame currency to purchase some gear. And we can wish for realm XP, so the whole realm gets XP. It's good for new people that are grinding the game. As I was just saying, so the realm XP, it is for our realm then, so our people get more XP by killing some mobs, which is good for leveling up. And that's pretty much almost the whole game. Of course, there is also the battle zones, which is a mini game. It's basically a team deathmatch, 4 versus 4 versus 4. The reward of that is you get some champion coins, which will reward you with some champions gear. And that's basically the largest part of the content in this game, which I know it sounds very repetitive, but like, this game is kind of fun, like PvP. You get small groups, 1v1s, big groups. When you kind of get tired of the realm versus realm, the bosses will be up. You can do a round of bosses, you can do some instance bosses, you can do some trading, all those things. The community stuff, you can just talk and hang out with people at your central save. It's also sometimes very fun to do. But for the most part, that is kind of the content of this game. I will end this video by playing some clips of the 3 bosses that I recorded today. The next video I will talk about the currencies and the premium item shop, and from there on out I'm just gonna make some gameplay videos so you guys can see more of the game. Also, a side note from a friend. He said I should like show more populated areas because I'm always recording in like random ass locations. But don't worry guys, this game is not that. I was just like recording in some random locations. There's a guy, Tyrianos, from the Dwarves of Erebor. But in some future videos I will make some gameplay, I will join some huge war. Even in the clips from the bosses you will see how many players are in this game. I can tell you right now there are enough players to cause a huge amount of lag. Like, don't get me wrong, my computer is very strong and I get like 5 FPS at the boss, so you will see the game lag very hard probably when I show the boss clips. But yeah, that is it for this video guys. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.
Regnum.